Hi, this is Will from Engearment. I'm crouching down because of the camera angle. We are at OMA. If you have been watching the development of lightweight backpacking gear, you know it's not all just the big companies that are representing. There are a lot of small companies that have really changed the way things are done. We are here with one of those small companies, Cnoc, and Cnoc has got a real reputation for producing amazing hydration solutions. Even better, we've got Gilad here, who is basically the founder, or one of the founders.
The one and only.
The one and only. And who better to tell us about what Cnoc has been up to?
Yeah, hi. So Cnoc, interestingly enough, we're going to talk about another brand later, but Cnoc started as a trekking pole company in the UK, which is where you're from.
I'm from, yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Actually started hiking the Cape Wrath Trail.
Okay,
you know it.
I love Cape Wrath.
I have a big obsession. I even wrote a guide about it a long time ago. So back then, I was really hiking a lot in that area. Broke a pair of poles. My wife done the thing that most spouses do. And when I complained about it, she said, well, you can do it better, do it better. And I've tried. And it was kind of at the time that a lot was going on in my life, and we moved to the US in about the same time the company started, and my second kid was born. So it was a big mess. And the company, as I said, started with trekking poles. They were made in China. They had their share of problems, and it was kind of a slow start. Sure. And as all things happen for people who know people who make gear, my father-in-law came in 2017 and said, oh, I don't like those soya bags. Can you make something? And back then I was just like everyone else, cut the other bag, pour in. There's a system. We all know the system. But he wanted something different. And in 2017, we ran a Kickstarter for what we call the Vector. There's a whole wall of them now. But it actually started with just one. Just an orange Vector, which is a 2-liter water container made of TPU that has a wide slider on one side, the way we all know that can be used by Ziploc bags or anything like that. But on the other hand, has a 28 millimeter thread, which is what you find on most bottles.
Sure.
And the idea is that you scoop water from any water, even standing water, even the tiniest trickle of water. You can still get it. You fill that container, you attach your filter, whether it's a soya, which is the most common one, but Hydro Blue or anything that uses a 28 millimeter.
Sure.
You attach it, make sure you close the correct sides in the right time, and you just squeeze it through. Much easier to work with than the more Mylar feeling bags. And I was sure I'm going to be one of maybe a handful of people who are really excited about this. And very quickly, I've learned that that was not the case. And many people are looking for this. And the company developed from that. The Vector became really a huge success in especially this thru-hiking, lightweight interest of people who just don't want to sacrifice all their weight. They also want some comfort.
Yep.
And it started in my garage. As simple as that. It is a garage brand. As you have met us through Garage Gone Gear, that's where we started. Over time, we added more colors, more sizes, mainly from people's request. I was more than happy with this one color, one size. And then people were talking about having maybe a gravity kit. So utilizing 2 bags, which is probably easier to show this way. 2 bags. So we needed a second color. That's where the blue came in. And then we started having requests to work with more filters. So we added a 42 millimeter neck. So that works with the beef-free, with the Katadin beef-free filters.
Right. And you can put ice in.
Sorry?
And you can put ice in.
And you can put ice in. You can also put the neck on a bottle of
Yeah.
wine and then flip the whole thing and fill it up. There are all kind of ways to utilize that. But yes, it kind of grown with people's interest.
Sure.
At some point, we also released, if you are ultralight hiker, in some point you have used a smart water bottle.
Yep.
And you should not use those. They are single-use plastic. They are not very good for you as a reusable product. So we launched the Vesica, which is a 1 liter bottle. It's roughly the same shape, uses the same thread, so it works with pretty much every filter that the Vector does. And it's a collapsible bottle.
Nice.
So when you're done with it, you store it. I use those for travel a lot because you literally can fit it in the back pocket. That launched in 2020, I think 2020, start 2020, 2021. I don't remember, somewhere around there. And as we were playing with the TPU, we found that we could do other things with it. So in some point we added the Vector X, which uses a slightly more durable, thicker TPU.
Nice.
So anything that's the way we split our product, if it's blue or orange, it's the thinner TPU. If it's green and purple, it's a thicker TPU.
Nice.
Makes it simple for all of us to remember. But anything that's a thicker TPU can also hold boiling water.
Okay.
Which makes a big difference.
Huge.
Because now your filter bag is also...
Going to bed with this.
Exactly. Don't put boiling water because you're really going to burn yourself.
Sure.
But even if it's cool down water, it works. You can do the same with the Vesica, which is really a great solution when you just need that extra warmth.
Yeah.
And that kind of expands to what's behind you. So we have the Buke, which is a food bag right down here. If anyone experimented with Ziploc cooking.
Yeah. No, it left a lot to be desired.
Exactly. So the Buke comes to solve exactly that.
Fantastic.
And then we went with the Kerns. They are just collapsible cups.
That's so cute.
In 2020, a lot of races were moving to cupless aid stations. That comes into play. Most cups in this category are 200 milliliters. We do 250 because then you can share a beer.
Yeah.
With 200s, you can't. You always have leftovers.
Sure.
It's those small things that kind of, because we are users, you add a tiny bit and it makes all the difference. It's also a bit wider, so it's more stable. And just last spring, no, it's last spring. Hydrums. When did we launch the Hydrums? This spring. Jeez Louise, this man, time flies in various ways. So let me just grab, I'll grab a full one and then we can definitely look at it.
I am really excited about this because I love pockets.
Okay.
And I love the fact you've got the wider things, but you can still use the same. It's just like,
all the same things.
It makes me so happy.
So what happened, actually it was an evolution of interests. So it started by a logistics manager who's a big skier, wanted to have a simple flask to stick in there in his jacket. So we started with the Hydrums, just the flasks. And they come in, again, those two neck sizes, the 28 and the 35, and the 42, and in 3 volumes each. So you can have the 350, the 500, and then we have the very long ones, the 750s. And a long time ago, we developed these. They actually started as a QC product. Then the factory made those, stick them on everything new. They fill them with air. They sit for 48 hours. And then if everything is good, they're being packed. But we had many people ask to turn our products into a hydration system. That's where those come into play.
It's brilliant.
Super simple.
Yeah.
Very light. They come in the same 42 and 28 sizes. And it's a quick connect.
Yeah.
So
it's brilliant.
You can attach, and those are standard, so you can attach any hose and any straw. Come in 3 sizes of straws. And we also have a 40-inch hose. So if you want to turn a Vector into an hydration bladder, not the intended design, but still possible. So you get this modularity of a product.
I love
just
this.
with a simple cap.
Yeah, I love this. This makes me so happy because you know, we're always playing around with hydration systems, right? I
Yep.
mean, you know this, and it's like, what works best? Is it a hose out the backpack? And sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, I now like having a smaller bottle on my
Yeah, and
on my
it's been
straps
used
and-
in all kind of ways.
Yeah.
My wife, for instance, and we just were the entire family in Yosemite for a backpacking trip.
Yeah.
She's been using the Vesica with a short hose and the Quick Connect in a shoulder
Yeah.
pocket, and she loved it.
Yeah.
We never intended for it to work that way,
Sure.
but it's just even in my own house, it was that way.
I think it's brilliant. This makes me very happy.
Thank you. And I think that pretty much covers what we do. We try and keep our packaging as minimal as possible as well.
Love it.
Just with the design, it all comes without nylon. So you get all our products are made of plastic, but all the packaging is recyclable, very easy
that.
to get rid of.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
I really do think it's fantastic.
Thank you.